Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson. I will start this lesson with a video.
To the fortress of Bookatu! Who's in charge, who ought to be in charge, and how well are those in charge doing? These are the central questions in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar.
But it also explores persuasion, the art of getting people to do what you want. You got that, pal?
Very persuasive knife that's used to kill Caesar, and the play begins in ancient Rome.
Okay, so I want you to really focus in this video because it's actually the whole lesson about Julius Caesar. Okay, today we will study about Julius Caesar. By the way, the knife, you will see him a lot in the video. He is the knife of persuasion. This is just a fun thing added to the video. What is the meaning of persuasion? Persuasion is when you convince someone to do something that you want. For example, Martin Luther King, when he went up and he said his speech, he was trying to be persuasive, trying to convince people and to influence people to do what he wants.
Where Julius Caesar, Pompei, and Crassus, known as the Triumvirate, had dominated Roman politics for years.
Okay, remember Triumvirate from the first lesson? From the previous lesson of yesterday? So they were three. Triumvirate, yani three. They were Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus. And Crassus already died.
But when Crassus died, Caesar, a powerful and populous military leader, raised an army against Pompey's army in a fight for power. Caesar wins. The commoners celebrate Caesar's victory, but the nobles worry he'll declare himself king and overthrow the republic.
Pompey spent his whole life serving Rome, and you cheer his defeat? Persuasion Alert!
Sorry! Shakespeare portrays the commoners as an easily manipulated mob.
He's right! We are!
On a victory march through Rome is Caesar, his wife Calpurnia, his closest advisor Mark Antony, his honorable friend Brutus with wife Portia, and his nobles.
Beware the Ides of March!
Soothsayers, always saying sooth. Once they're alone, Cassius begins to probe Brutus about his feelings towards Caesar.
Hey, shouldn't we meet later and talk about this power grab?
But I love Caesar, like a brother. Caesar is suspicious of Cassius and thinks he might be plotting something.
He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Caesar, we love you!
Caesar for king! Caesar is riling up the mob! He's out of control!
Cassius is already planning to kill Caesar, but he needs honorable Brutus on his side to advocate.
Okay guys, so Cassius and Brutus were two people who were very jealous of Caesar, especially Cassius. And just so you know, his best friend, Julius Caesar's best friend is Mark Antony, okay?
Respectability to the conspiracy. Alright, let's talk. But weird stuff is happening in Rome.
Storms rage and ghosts rise from graves. I wonder what it all means. It means... Caesar is going to rip Rome apart and we should kill him. Persuasion. Yep. Cinna, gather the crew. Then send these fake letters from concerned citizens to the Honorable Brutus to convince him to join us.
Brutus is doing some thinking too.
Cassius is right. Caesar might destroy Rome. But I can't be an honorable man if I kill Caesar, unless it's for the good of Rome. Right?
Letter for you, sir.
The people want me to take action. All right, guys, let's kill Caesar for the good of Rome.
Let's kill Mark Antony, too.
No, we're not butchers. Go team!
I thought I was in charge.
But Brutus is still torn between his love of Rome and his friendship with Caesar.
What's going on here? You can tell me. I'm born of a respectable father and have a high quality of mind.
I'll tell you all about it later.
Thanks for reminding me that women are powerless in Roman society.
And Caesar's wife?
Yes, so at that time, women were not, could not say their opinions. They were not really cared for at that time. So remember what happened. They created the story that they need to meet in the Senate. Okay, the Senate is when the Senate is where the Senate or the senators they meet, yani the politicians. And they wanted Caesar to go there.
Wife doesn't have much luck persuading her husband either.
Don't go to the Senate tomorrow. tomorrow. I just dreamed you were murdered.
Oh my! What say the fortune tellers? They say you're in grave danger.
Guys, I think I'm going to call in sick to Senate today.
If you don't go, the people will call you a wimp.
Persuasion! Yeah!
Okay, so remember the guy in the beginning when he was telling him, remember, beware, March 15, something bad will happen to you. And he didn't really care about that. And even his wife told him, please don't go to the Senate. But he still wanted to go. So here we can see the persuasion alert. It means that someone persuaded him. And they told him, come, you need to come. If you don't come, the people will see you as weak, and you need to show that you're a leader.
Yeah, I'm Caesar. What could go wrong when I've got my bros by my side?
Oh boy.
Word of the conspiracy has gotten out, and people try to warn Caesar, but he's too arrogant to listen.
Warning. Whatevs.
And once he gets inside, here's Knifey.
Et tu, Brute, then fall, Caesar.
Hey, look, I'm not happy you did this, but I understand why. If you let me speak at his funeral, I'll support you.
No way!
Yeah, sure, why not?
And the funeral is set for 2 speeches. Brutus has to use his speech to calm the crowd, so he appeals to their reason.
Believe me, for mine honor, it was not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. As he was valiant, I honor him, but as he was ambitious, I slew him.
Persuasion! Brutus leaves, trusting Mark Antony to keep...
Okay, so that one was Brutus. He was even a very good friend of Caesar, and he used reason. If you noticed in his speech, he told him, "Yes, I love Caesar, but I love Rome more."
Keep his word and support him, but instead, Mark Antony fires up the crowd with raw emotion.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come not to praise Caesar, but to bury him. And Brutus may be an honorable man, but look what he did to your beloved Caesar. Caesar also left you all a ton of money in his will.
Cha-ching! The mob burns down the plotters' houses, but soon there's outright rioting, and Mark Antony and Brutus fight to fill the power vacuum created by Caesar's death.
Okay, so if you noticed here, Brutus said, "Yes, I love Caesar, but I love Rome more." And Caesar was becoming so full of himself and so ambitious that I had to kill him. Mark Antony used emotions. Brutus used reason or logic. Mark Antony used emotions, and he told them, "Look what he did! Look what they did to your lovely Caesar." And of course, problems started between these two.
By Caesar's death, Mark Antony forms the second triumvirate, made up of Octavius, Caesar's adopted son, Lepidus, a Roman noble, and himself, and they make plans to combat the armies being organized by Brutus and Cassius. Triumvirate, made up of Octavius, Caesar's adopted son, Lepidus, a Roman noble.
Okay, guys, this is very important for you. The second triumvirate, okay, was consisted of Octavius or Octavian, same name, and Lepidus and Mark Antony himself.
And they make plans to combat the armies being organized by Brutus and Cassius. Aren't getting along so well. You dare accuse me and my men of taking bribes?
It's not honorable. It was for justice that we killed Caesar. My wife just died.
Portia had committed suicide under the strain of Brutus's banishment.
She swallowed hot coals.
But on the bright side, it brought Cassius and a now very stoic Brutus closer together. Octavius and Mark Antony are heading to Philippi. I say we let them try to find us. They'll grow tired in their search, and we'll defeat them easily.
No, the honorable thing is to go to them and attack.
All right, but later that night, he has a vision. We will meet again at Philippi. You might want to take this as a warning. And the two sides meet for the big showdown, where they insult each other.
Assassin!
Schemer!
Traitor! Liar!
But the time for words has passed, and war is the only option.
Tell Cassius to attack the flank!
Brutus's plan doesn't work. Later, Cassius sends Titinius into the
report back. Then Pindarus tells Cassius what he thinks he sees.
They've taken Titinius! We are losing big time!
Mind stabbing me? Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee!
But Pindarus misinterpreted what he saw, and the tide was actually starting to turn in their favor.
Oops!
And when Titinius realizes the misunderstanding, he stabs himself too. Brutus knows he's losing, but still tries to inspire his soldiers to act honorably.
Stand up! Be brave!
Alright. You'll never capture Brutus alive!
Fight Brutus! We're cornered by the enemy. Now I realize that I must die. Who will kill me? Anyone?
No way, Jose!
I'm good! I'll help.
Okay, just hold my sword. Yeah.
Like this?
A little higher? Okay, good.
Mark Antony realizes that the other conspirators killed Caesar for personal reasons, while Brutus did it because he believed it would be for the good of Rome.
This was the noblest Roman of them all. Nature might stand up and say to all the world, this was a man.
We'll give him a proper funeral. Alright, battle over! Our side won! We're in charge! Yeah!
So Brutus hoped to remove arbitrary government from Rome by the assassination, but by murdering Caesar, created a situation that allowed for even more ruthless tyranny.
Who are you calling ruthless?
Well, hey, it is important for the ruling class.
Okay. Let's read this together. So Julius Caesar. Please get your papers ready. Gaius Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC to an aristocratic family. It means a royal family. He had a private tutor and learned to read and write. He also studied law, الحقوق, and the art of oratory, which is speaking in public. His father died when Caesar was 16, leaving him as head of the family. A year later, so remember, Caesar was only 16 when his father died. A year later, Caesar married Cornelia, whose father was a powerful Roman politician. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay, let's continue. At that time, the Roman dictator Sulla was enemies with several members of Caesar's family, and he joined the army and left the city to avoid Sulla and his allies. He returned a military hero following Sulla's death and quickly gained power and allies in the Roman government. Caesar, Pompei the Great, so he was also called that, and Marcus Licinius Crassus consolidated their political power and formed what became known as the First Triumvirate. So 3 people, Caesar, Pompey, and Marcus. Together they largely ruled Rome, and it was their influence that helped Caesar get elected to consul, the highest ranking position in the Roman Republic. At his 1-year term, he became governor of the province of Gaul. His political and military success there made him the equal of Pompey in the eyes of Rome, and they became rivals. Rivals, it means against each other. Caesar wanted to return to Rome and run for consul again, but refused to give up his army. Instead, he marched his army to Rome and took control. Remember when he came in and with full control? Caesar defeated Pompey and became dictator of Rome. Among other things, he instituted the Julian calendar with 365 days and a leap year, which we still use today. Last paragraph. But many feared that under Julius' reign the Roman Republic would fall, and he was assassinated. Assassinated is killed on March 15, remember this date, 44 BC, forever known as the Ides of March. The plot was led by Brutus and Cassius, and Julius was stabbed 23 times. Stabbed, it means with the knife. His death was a turning point in history, not just for Rome, but for the entire Western world, and is ushered in the 1500-year Roman Empire. Your homework is, of course, the questions of Julius Caesar. Very easy questions. And also, please make extra research. It would be good for you. Don't give me any research just for you.